guys, and welcome to the next episode of the IPC Wind Down. I am here with the biggest inspiration that I've got in the content world, MrDalekJD. How you doing, man?
I'm doing really good. What an intro, man. I don't know how to follow that up. Just too kind, too kind.
We always start the wind down with the same old question of, did you bring your favorite drink?
Ooh, yeah, I did. Well, actually, the second favorite. Before I came on, I was pre-prepared, and my favorite G Fuel is peach iced tea. But yeah, I've ran out of it. I'm waiting for that to arrive, but in the process, I got peach cobbler, which is still peach, so it's sort of there. It's not quite the same, but
Have you tried the peach rings, the Sonic?
So here's the thing. So the peach rings can't be delivered outside of the US and Canada, and I've leaded so many different methods of getting it here. But yeah, if I could try peach rings, I know that would easily be top 2 best flavor, because who wouldn't want to drink peach rings, you know? So those sweets are elite. So, oh man, he's just robbed. I mean, so here, completely off topic. You've got those sweets to hand, and look what I've got to hand, right? Yeah, I know. So I can explain. So I'd done a charity stream about a week ago, and there was some pretty funny little milestones for hitting certain donation goals. And one of them was Bean Boozled. For every like $200 donated, you got to eat another bean. Considering the whole box is like full, and now you see there are like very little left. I ate pretty much the entire box.
In 10 seconds, can you tell me what you do?
I make YouTube videos on Call of Duty Zombies, Call of Duty, gaming news, and it's awesome.
So bring me back to the start. When did you first start to content create until you got to this point?
I first got internet in like October 2007. So bear in mind, I was like just turned 12. I was watching videos of like, I'm pretty sure it was like Pokemon, like Fire Red, Leaf Green, like cheats or something like that. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And that's how I sort of got into watching gaming videos. It was about December 2007 where I had a YouTube account that I made just because you had to make an account to watch like certain videos. I was like, okay. And I think I watched quite a few like Nintendo related videos at the time. So the first content I ever uploaded was, it was like videos on like trailers for Super Mario Galaxy. Like I was so excited for that game. So I started making some videos, and I would record the screen with like my Sony Ericsson phone, you know, doing some levels and stuff like that. And I think when Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games come out, I'd done the same thing, and it was really cringy. Like I think I'd done like a review for the game at that point. Then it got to like March 2008, and I looked into how people were recording the games directly, and I got a Dazzle Classic. And then I started recording videos on Mario Galaxy, Mario Kart Wii, Smash Brothers. Like I loved all those games. And I started making like walkthrough videos. And it was like, this is quite fun. This is actually quite surprise you for any viewers that watch like other games on YouTube besides Call of Duty. I was very friendly with a YouTuber who's now massive called 8-Bit Ryan. Me and 8-Bit Ryan and another guy called SMG Player, we made videos together playing like Mario Kart Wii. Even went later on into like Guitar Hero and like Rock Band. Like we loved the same games. So that was really weird. At the time, he was called 25 Mario 52. I hope he doesn't mind me saying that. So it was a bunch of Nintendo videos. And then I got an Xbox 360 later that year. And then it was like at school when people were talking about playing zombies on World at War. And they're like, yeah, we got to like round 20. We like camped in a corner with a flamethrower. I'm like, what are you talking about? What is this? And they're like, yeah, it's just like zombies mode on Call of Duty. And I'm like, that sounds so cool. I picked up Call of Duty 4 and World at War basically at the same time. And when it came to like, I think it was like Verrucht or Shinonuma, like we were addicted. I think everyone was, if you've been playing for that long. I started to make a few videos about it. But at the time, people were interested in glitches on zombies maps. It was like, you know, prone, crawl backwards, you're invincible, flamethrower forever on Toten, or like stuff like that. So it started off like that. And then Modern Warfare 2 came out, and then everyone was trying to be a Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer commentator. When Black Ops came out, it started to hit me that the zombie videos were getting way more views than like anything else. I started focusing more of my time on uploading zombies. And then when it came to like Ascension, Call of the Dead, that's when I really started to take it a bit serious, because they had the first Easter egg. I remember teaming up with someone, searching for the Ascension Easter egg. And then, yeah, going forwards, every map, like I remember Call of the Dead, I think I took the day off school, and people were not happy with me for that. They're like, you're so sad. Why would you take the day off school for a zombies map? now it's like, who wouldn't take the day off
Exactly.
for like a new season launch? Like everyone does it. Yeah, when it came to like, I think I'd say like Shangri-La/Moon, that's when it became really serious because the views started getting really crazy. And I think it was at that point I was like, right, this could really be something. And it was about the same time when Moon came out that I got a contract with Machinima, which at the time was like the holy grail of YouTube partnerships. Like if you had that, then you are an absolute legend. And yeah, from that point onwards, really, I just stayed dedicated to uploading Call of Duty and zombies. And that's probably around the time that you discovered my channel, which
Yep.
is so weird. There's a few other cool moments where like Ali shared my Call of the Dead Easter egg tutorial, which is really, if you watch it back, it's so bad. I don't understand why anyone wouldn't just talk normally. Like, you know, you put on weird voices and you say weird things. But yeah, like Black Ops 2 onwards, that's when I knew when I finish education, like I want to pursue this full time. Like I want to see where we can go with this. And I've been riding the YouTube train ever since.
How did you cross paths with the Noahs, the Milos?
Yeah, I mean, looking back, it's so weird. It's like fate. First time I ever met Milo was at a UK gaming expo called Eurogamer 2011. A few months prior, I had seen his videos. I think we've like spoken a few times here and there. And I think we arranged to meet at Eurogamer. And I went with a school friend. So it was a little awkward, I guess, meeting someone that you've only spoken to on the internet for a little bit, but then having a school friend tag along. But that's how we first met. I remember he had like 50 posters or something from a game. I can't remember what game. It might have been Battlefield 3 or something. He was just holding a load of posters at the time. And we just like spoke in like the corner of the expo for a bit. That's kind of where things went. With Noah, I think it was during Black Ops 2, he started getting a lot of views on his channel, I think around buried time. I think we joined forces to like hunt for the Easter egg and just play together, make videos, and that's how I met Noah. Yeah, that's wild because like Milo's like I've known him for like 10 years. Noah I've known for 8 years. And then I guess the other guys like Mr. T Lexify and Smith Plays and all those other guys. I think Black Ops 3 was just a massive explosion for just Call of Duty content creators.
What is your dream zombies location?
Damn, what a question. Jeez. I mean, I guess an obvious answer would be Atlantis, because it's been rumored and spoken about for so many years. Oh yeah, one day Treyarch will do an Atlantis map, and it's like they've hinted. I guess the other one would probably be like Las Vegas. Like, how sick would that be? Like, think of like Shadows of Evil and what they did with like some of the districts, but then just multiply it and just have insanity. Like, think of like the Zombies in Spaceland mechanics in the arcade, but then like make that bigger. Put that in Vegas. Yeah, it'd be sick.
I've never been like more hyped thinking about a theory for a map than that. That's actually wild. I mean,
Treyarch, if you're watching, lines open.
I was about to say, hey, yo, Treyarch, but you know, like, look at this guy. He's got some ideas. Okay, so for the pre-existing maps, this doesn't have to be just Treyarch specifically.
Yeah.
What's your favorite go-to map on each game?
Okay. World at War, Derice. I think that's pretty standard. Everyone would say that. Black Ops 1. Damn, that's hard. Oh, I don't know. It'd either be Kino or Moon, just because Moon's so wild and it's just so cool that you're actually like, you know, you're not on the earth anymore. Like, it's crazy. But Kino's just classic. You can't beat it. Black Ops 2, it's probably gonna be Mob of the Dead. Although I feel like over the years, a lot of people probably have changed their minds and opinions a bit on Mob of the Dead. Like, it's still an incredible map, but I think some of the like gameplay features of like, especially if you're playing solo, like getting the Pack-a-Punch, it's so tedious having to get all these parts and carry them one at a time. But I still think overall it's such a magic experience, and it was just so out there, so different from anything else that they were doing at the time. It's still amazing, and I don't think Blood of the Dead really done it justice. I'm still waiting for them to remaster Mob of the Dead. Maybe one day we'll get that faithful remaster. Black Ops 3.
Yeah.
Damn, Drak. Like, I knew when I played that map, I'm like, this is gonna be a classic map. This just feels so good. It's got all the elements of the best COD games in that map. You know, you've got the dragon heads, which are like the dog heads from Mob of the Dead. Staffs, now bows, some argue are better. You've got the first boss fight, technically proper boss fight in Zombies. You got that whole full-length movie cutscene at the end. Like, it just done so much, and it still plays amazing. It's so good. BO4, probably 9 or Ancient Evil. Chaos, I think, really deserves a second season. It only started getting good right at the end with Ancient Evil. Like if they had a few, I don't know if even a few more maps would have done it, but I guess it didn't help with the way they told the story, where it's like, here's these characters, here's another story that took place before 9, and then it's like, hey, now here's another story that takes place before any of those characters, and it's like, now let's finally continue on the story that you've waited 5-6 months for, and then end it on a cliffhanger that you'll never get explained.
I think it does need a season 2 type vibe, like a whole new couple of maps, because especially because it's been overshadowed by us just waiting and hoping and expecting the Ether storyline to come back in a different way. I think that's why a lot of people didn't give it the time of day. And also, Voyage of Despair can suck a nut, because you know I live in Northern Ireland. I lived in Belfast, the city. That's where the Titanic was built. And for years and years and years, my boy Johnny and me, we were like, Titanic map will be amazing. Imagine the Easter egg, the story.
Exactly, the story, the emotion. It just didn't. So much opportunity to, you know, take any inspiration from the movie. None of that happens. And then right at the end, the characters leave and everyone dies.
Maybe if it was something like Call of the Dead or Tag Toten, where it's not just, it might be like shipwrecked somewhere else, an alternate universe, whatever, or there is different assets
really
to
cool.
it. Same as like Dactyr and Toten, where D Machine is like an extension of that, you know? That'd be cool. With Voyage of Despair,
it looks really pretty, but it just does not play well for a zombies map whatsoever. Yeah, I don't understand. And then, like, you know, just the amount of different elemental zombies, like you've got the Stoker, you've got Blightfathers. It just is a mess. The boss fight though is the only redeeming factor about that map, and I made a video of like rating every boss fight, and I think I put that within the top 10 if not top 5, because it's broken down into several different sections, and genuinely, you're getting to that final bit. There's so much tension, because if you mess up once, you can get wiped and game over. I still think to this day that's a fantastic boss fight.
That's actually a really, really, really good segue, because the next question was your most and your least favorite Easter egg.
Worst Treyarch Easter egg? It might be Blood of the Dead or Voyage.
Even with the ending of Blood?
Yeah, even with the ending of Blood. Like, some people love the gameplay aspect of those steps. I hate it. Like, it's so dumb. It just doesn't. I wouldn't say I'm the best player, but I'm definitely not terrible at zombies by any means. I can jump into any map and I could do 30 to 50 rounds easily, but doing some of those in like the higher rounds, the steps, is just a pain. Nah. Non-Treyarch, probably the Darkest Shore. The only good memories I have of that is the funny clips of like frustration of people in my team. It was like JC and Pizza. They were just riding like the little trolley cart with like a head or some weird piece, and they kept losing it when you take the ride. And I was just getting more and more frustrated because we were playing for so long that we just wanted to get it done. Watching that back, that's quite funny. That's literally the only positives. Favorite Easter egg? It might have to be Drak. It's pretty simple. Like, I don't even need to think about it. I can jump in and I can do the Easter egg right now. And that map's like 5 years old. Goes to show that it's not too complex. It's fun. It's easy. It's got a great boss fight. Favorite non-Treyarch Easter egg? Ooh, probably Zombies in Spaceland. Only because it's not hard at all. It's very simple, but the boss fight with the alien is quite difficult. So you've got like this pretty level, easy Easter egg in terms of actually doing the steps. And then when you get to do that boss fight, difficulty just boom, it goes up.
What has been the biggest hyped theory we have had in the zombies community for as ever long as you want, that was then proven to not be true?
Wow, what a question. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to literally dig through the files of my brain to try and think of this. I guess the first one I can think of from like around World at War times was like, if you got to round 50 on Derice, there would be a Hitler boss zombie. Just the dumbest thing ever, because back then round 50 was like unheard of. Like, oh my god, there's no way you're getting to round 50, because everyone would just camp, you know, on the catwalk or whatever. When Derice came out, there was a really bad glitch where you could like prone in Teleporter ZC and you would literally just skip rounds forever. People quickly realized nothing's happening. I just thought of another one. A second Easter egg ending on Revelations. Because I remember when that happened and we got the ending, people were like, oh my god, really? Is that it? Yeah, when it came out on PC and Xbox, everyone, because that's when data mining sort of started to become a bit of a more prevalent thing in Call of Duty and Zombies. People were like, oh my god, we're going to see if there's any like undiscovered Easter eggs. and there was like a second outro video file that was like encrypted that could only be played if you got it in game. It was named like ZM Genesis outro, which the actual ending wasn't called. And then people were like, oh my God, this really is like an alternative ending. And then it turned out it was just the Shadows of Evil intro cutscene, and people were outraged.
Damn. In your opinion, what was the best promotional campaign for any Call of Duty? I mean, for example, behind you, you have the Infinite Warfare Zombies timer box thing as a really good example. What was the best promotional campaign in your opinion?
Best campaign. This might be a little controversial because I think it went on a bit too long, but what we had for Black Ops Cold War, the reveal and the zombies reveal itself, like, yeah, it went on for a long time, like maybe a little too long. But you got to think how many months they spent planning all this stuff, because it was so intricate and detailed that, you know, they probably couldn't change stuff like that after seeing the reaction of how people were receiving it. But being involved in that was fantastic. That was so cool. I don't think we'll get anything like that again, maybe to that extent. That was a really cool time. That was really, really cool.
You're in a zombie apocalypse and you have 3 zombies critters that you can bring along. Who are they and why?
Noah, straight away, because he's from Texas, and I think naturally they're more ready for anything. He's also tall, which I'm not, so that helps. Second, Pizza. The world could literally be ending and he'd still be giggling. The third, I feel like I might be out there and throw a complete curveball. Chucky, because he's not been in the zombies game for a long time, so I don't know if you consider him a zombies YouTuber at this point, but he is hilarious. Again, he's a bit like Pete, so he'll come out with lines that make literally no sense. He's very smart. He's got him and his brother Tommy. They're very, very smart guys. They'd be smarter he'd be smarter in things that you wouldn't expect him to be. Because he comes across and says so many dumb things, you think, oh, he's not a particularly smart guy, but he's a very smart guy. And also, there's no, I don't know, you can't really stop. There's no time to really stop and think. You just got to keep going. So just, yeah, having that comedy, that positivity.
You can bring 2 wonder weapons, 2 remastered zombies maps, and 2 zombies equipment into your dream zombies game.
Cold War ray gun. The other one, Apothicon Servant. Origins. I mean, how can you say no to that? I guess Moon as well. I played Moon recently and I was like, I'm still like, oh my God, this is so good. It looks so good. Gersh device. And then I'd say Time Bomb. It was a really cool concept, you know? You want to save your progress. For whatever reason, you feel like you might mess up at some point. You can just, boom, go back.
They should bring that back. That was phenomenal.
They really should.
Yeah.
Buried was ahead of its time, man. Mm-hmm. Everything in Buried was ahead of its time. Leroy was ahead of his time.
Well, in that nostalgia mode, that was the wind down with MrDalekJD. Man, thank you so much for stopping on by. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. This was fantastic. Lovely little chat.
See you later.